Temporary safety barriers blocking certain parts of the staircase here at the Bain Centre, located at University of Toronto's St. George campus, have just gone up. This building is used primarily by math, engineering, and computer science students. This move comes after a student died by suicide this past Friday.
Inside, I feel like my heart is both heavy and constricted. When I found out about that there was another death at this building, I immediately the thought went through my head, not again. We already went through this.
Students feel like this could have been their friend, this could have been them, and to be going about their day exactly the same, it almost feels like you shouldn't be, like you should be holed up, like you should be crying, like you should be grieving, and that to do so and to continue on your day and to keep this building open and to keep holding classes is almost like forgetting.
It's the fourth confirmed suicide on the St. George campus since June of last year, according to the union representing education workers. The university remains tight-lipped on what happened.
U of T is so prideful of being prestigious and competitive, yet they fail to recognize their weaknesses and their downfalls.
The vice provost of students at U of T says the school has been working on designing permanent safety barriers in the Bain Centre since spring, when another student died in the building. These temporary drywall barriers were put up just hours ago. Not a quick enough response, according to this student.
My question is, why weren't there temporary barriers put up when they began planning it? If they knew it was an issue, why didn't they put temporary barriers up?
Students are doing what they can to bring awareness to problems that can lead to suicide. A table is set up in the hallway for classmates to leave heartfelt letters and flowers. And steps away, a planning table. U of T student Sheila Rasuli, who is also a part of a mental health advocacy group, wanted to set up a space for students to talk about what they're going through. Earlier this year, she presented a 40-page article to the university administration on what needs to change.
We outlined that they should increase hours, obviously, that they should increase the amount of counseling, that they should properly advertise all of their services, that they should create a peer support system for students in CS and students in engineering.
Statistics Canada doesn't track how many students die by suicide, but according to the most recent data from 2017, it was the cause of death for 547 people between the ages of 15 to 24, second only to accidental deaths. We reached out to the university for comment. They released this statement. We share our students' concerns and we want them to succeed and to thrive, both academically and personally. That's why we closed the building and put up safety barriers this weekend. That's why we put new services in place this fall, such as same-day counseling. That's why our task force has met with hundreds of people on our 3 campuses to discuss how to improve mental health services. But this is a shared responsibility. We can't do this alone. We need to work with community partners, healthcare institutions, and government to respond.
Instructors to at least give extended deadlines or at least waive some late penalties. Students are trying to process this.
The university says permanent safety barriers will go up sometime this fall. It's an initiative they've been working on since this past spring. Students, though, wondering why it's taken this long to make this happen. Maleeha Sheikh, City News, University of Toronto's St. George campus.